Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. And two idiots join the Inquisition. Dark Heresy!
Welcome to Dark Heresy, brought to you by Roll to Seize. I'm your acolyte, Jay Jones, and I'm joined by my co-acolyte, Andrew Dickinger.
Yes.
And of course, our GM and Servo Skull, aka Daniel Fernandez.
Hi. Servo Skull.
We gotta work on your human conversation.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Don't worry, Daniel. I'll work it into your programming.
You don't have to announce what you are when you talk to people.
Oh, okay.
They can already see that you are, in fact, a servo skull.
Now, Andrew, I'm going to confide in you. I've been messing around back there, and I don't know how any of those servo skull pieces work. I know I have one, but they never really came with a manual.
Why were you touching things? You touch things and they break, Jay.
I maybe could make him sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You don't know. You know, the famous space marine, Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Do you want him touching your buttons? I feel like that's a no.
Well, looking at his sheet there, he doesn't know how to use technology.
I do not know how to use technology.
I'll be back. See, it's not working. I don't know what's happening.
Did you hear that? I knew fiddling around back there long enough would do something right. I mean, it did a lot of things wrong. But did you get that beeping in your rorum? I think that beeping weren't we told to come down when we get the beeping?
Yeah, I don't know.
To talk to someone?
I kind of just ignored it for a while. I didn't...
Gentlemen.
Hey, Inquisitor! Again, awesome hat. I mean, is that a different hat this time?
Totally not avoiding you.
It is the same hat.
Wow, it looks, in the light, I think it just catches a different hue of, I'm guessing that's leather?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, gentlemen. I must congratulate you on your successful completion of the last mission.
Thank you for using that word. I'd
Hell
also
yeah.
like to congratulate us.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Thankfully, most of the destruction wrought by the demon that you inadvertently summoned was done in the Underhive, and really, nobody cares who dies down there.
Yeah, I mean, nobody does, right?
I mean, I don't claim any responsibility in that occurring at all. I mean...
Anyway, when you arrive, you'll be heading to the planet of Vouxis Prime.
Whoa, cool name.
Totally know where that is.
Have you heard of it?
I mean, everybody talks about Vouxis Prime and how vacation spots, right?
It's real prime.
Real prime.
Real prime.
That's what they say.
I always found it to be a particularly lousy, useless planet myself.
Oh, well, I mean, if that's how you feel, I mean,
That's how
we feel as well,
Yes.
of course.
I don't know if you heard this, but if you remember a little while back, the Pandemonium, the massive warp storms tore through the sector.
That is a thing that happened, yes.
Don't worry about it.
Really, don't worry about it? Are you sure?
I mean...
It's not for you to worry about. It's
fair.
for us to worry about.
Fair enough. Okay.
I
like the
mean-
royal us? Kind of like the royal we?
I mean the actual Inquisition and not...
What? Oh, come on. I got this cool... I mean, I made this badge myself, but I feel like this
Could you really not wear that Inquisition badge?
You're
I would
right.
really prefer it if you did not wear it.
Yeah, you know, I'll take it off. You're right. It's okay.
Spent so much time sewing it on.
I think it's actually food. You know what? Never mind.
Anyway, after the storm, orcs and worse landed on their planet, and they warred against each other. The humans on the planet hid underground for about 200 years, built their cities underground while the war raged on above them. They stuck their heads out, like I said, about 200 years later, and they found that pretty much everything on the surface was destroyed and dead, and there were a couple orcs left.
Oh, well, I mean, I feel like that's a win. It's a terrible way to get that win, but hey, a lot less orcs and a desolate planet?
I mean, you said it was useless to begin with, so I mean...
Pretty much, yes. That was a long time ago, though. Now it's kind of an inverted hive planet.
Oh.
There's massive underground cities. The rich live in the very deepest part, where the poor live on the surface in the slums that spread over a good portion of the planet.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yes. Overall, it's pretty much a nothing planet. It's only notable for its master sculptors. After spending so long digging tunnels and stuff in the stone underneath the planet, they've learned how to shape stone, and they could just make some incredible statuary.
Ooh.
Everything from exquisite little statuettes to massive structures that can really only fully be seen from orbit. Statuary is the most important thing for the people on this planet.
Whoa, awesome. So we'll get to see some high art while we're visiting? I feel like that's going to be pretty cool.
Sounds like a vacation.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
liking this more and more.
Here's my problem.
Oh, no.
And by my problem, I now mean your problem. Recently, statuettes like this, he is presenting a statue. It's a weird six-limbed creature with weird talons. It looks disgusting. I don't even know what it is.
Thank you, Daniel, for letting us know. I don't ever like to admit to Inquisitors and other people that the peripheral vision of the hood that I wear, it messes with my vision.
I still got these goggles on.
Yeah, we really got to fix how our vision works.
Am I even looking at the right person?
But Daniel, thank you. So this looks like a six-limbed creature of some type?
Yes, it's some sort of Xeno, or maybe even something worse.
Could I go off of maybe if I'm looking at my passport here, is there anything I could maybe roll?
It does say that I have forbidden lore Xenos. Could I possibly see that if I know what this is in my deep research?
Feel free to examine it.
That's a 10.
Now that you're remembering, you have heard of this planet once before. You maybe just didn't remember it super well. During the warp storm, a Space Hulk emerged above the planet. And leaving the Space Hulk were creatures of some sort. That's what the orcs battled on the surface of the planet. Nobody really knows what the names of these creatures were, and there's very little evidence that they still exist. But you remember that this seems to look like some of the stories of the creatures that the orcs battled.
I mean, we all know that nothing but good things comes from Space Hulks.
Anyway, recently, statues like this have been popping up all over the Askelon sector. Terrible, blasphemous statues. Now, I've had some of my other acolytes looking into who is creating this.
Oh, you have other acolytes?
I do. Some of them are more used to more subtle investigation. Anyway, I'm sending you, as well as a couple of my other acolyte teams that are already in the area or close by, to investigate these possibly heretical sculptors. You are going to be going after one Clinton McElroy. The reason I'm sending you two in particular to find him is that his workshop is in the remote underground town of Phandalin, which has suspiciously recently been cut off from the tunnel network connecting it to the rest of the planet.
Maybe they're like renovating or something, right?
I mean, obviously.
Whole towns do that sometimes.
Or maybe they got kicked out because they weren't paying rent in a place they didn't know.
That's probably what happened. This is going to be totally fine.
Because you will not be able to go underground, you're going to need to travel overland through the wastes to get to the entrance to Phandalin.
Would you say is it like dirty? Like I'm going to need to wear like my mud boots or like snow boots?
It's mostly just dirt and rubble.
Oh, well, maybe like a combo of like mountain climbing boots.
Boots in general.
Boots in general sounds good.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything like in the wasteland that we should know about? Like the
surviving orcs, of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, I've never seen an orc before. Like,
I've heard about them.
They're like small, right? They're like those tiny little things that just like equipment and stuff, right?
No, they're bigger than you.
Oh, okay.
To be perfectly honest, the misshapen, which is what the orcs on this planet are referred to as, are constantly building statues to their own gods. There's this whole planet statue mad.
Statues just everywhere.
Yes.
Statues on statues.
And occasionally the Emperor's Chosen will go out, or just random defense forces on the planet will go out, tear down those orc statues, build some statues honoring the Empire. The orcs run away, they go build some statues somewhere else, and the cycle continues on.
Wow, it's like an ultimate statue battle forever.
To be honest, the orcs started doing the statues first. When they emerged into the sunlight, they found tons of statues. I think the orcs went to their gods to try and defeat whatever they were fighting.
Oh.
And there were so many orc statues that were so scary, the humans on the planet started to build their own statues in return, and then just it got bigger and bigger. And then
wait, does that actually work? If you build like statues, like people will help you?
Anyway, Clinton McElroy, he's in the city of Phandalin. It's been cut off recently. You're going to be landing on the planet. You'll be having to travel overland to the entrance to Phandalin. You'll need to go in there, find him, and if he is creating these heretical statues, which evidence indicates that he is, you will need to stop him from doing that.
Like have a stern talking to, right?
I'd love if you could bring him in, but if you kill him, that's not the end of the world. I don't particularly care.
Okay.
Way.
So kill or bring him in?
Yes. I'll also need you to destroy any of the statues that he's created and destroy his workshop if it's gotten that bad.
Yeah, we could do that, right? Like destroy a place? I feel like we're pretty good at that.
I mean, we just gotta like get some crazy psychic to come after us and then just summon demons and stuff. I feel like take care.
I feel like we pull back on that one this time.
I have an alternative to that. For you see, he's getting something out of his bag.
Oh, thank you, Daniel.
This is a demolition charge. I'm going to give you several of these.
That feels like a better alternative than summoning demons, right?
I mean, that feels very us.
Yeah, I
I
like it.
just figured we should lean into it.
Yeah.
Like, this seems to be what you're adept at.
You know what? That's why you're the leader of this whole thing. You know what we're good at. That's a wise
I use
approach.
my assets to the best of my ability.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, or friends, or good friends. You know, however you want to call us.
I want to call you assets.
Fair enough.
Now, do you have any questions before you head to the planet?
Now, I'm going to say I'm feeling a little naked in these robes.
That is a good point. Last time, both of us got real messed up. I dragged blood over most of the ship because I took a giant axe to my chest. Is there any way we could requisite some additional armor or something?
Daniel can help you oversee that.
Oh, great. Well, thank you, Inquisitor. Is there anything else you feel like we should definitely know before running out on this mission?
There's probably plenty, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Awesome. I think we're going to do great.
This is going to be a walk in the park.
Okay, Daniel, now that the
Statue
Inquisitor's
park.
gone,
Yeah,
quick
what's up?
question. You think the Inquisitor likes us, right?
I think so.
Awesome. I'm going to take that in the positive column.
It's like how you like a hammer that's really good at pounding in a nail. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
this is like my favorite hammer.
Oh, okay.
That sounds good to me.
That sounds good. I love hammers. So, question. The Inquisitor said that we could get some new armor, and you might know how to grease the armor wheels, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, it's going to depend on your own personal influence in
Right.
relating to
That was in
what's
one of the
going on.
books that we were assigned to read to learn about using our influence.
I
God.
know. I mean, I read it, obviously.
Right. Okay. So, in using the Emperor's terms, what do we need to be trying to requisite this, Daniel?
Well, I have a list right here of all the different things that are available to
Ooh,
be
those are
requisitioned.
nice.
Yes. And if you look here, it'll tell you how rare or plentiful they are. Depending on how common or uncommon something is, you'll need to make a roll. You need to roll underneath your influence. Now, one other choice that you may make is you may use your Inquisitor's influence. Inquisitor Atris has an influence that one might rank at 75 if
Wow.
you were to put it into numerical terms. He is very important.
I mean, I feel like we're real close to him.
I feel like we are too, right?
I must warn you, however, getting things in Inquisitor Atris's name will make you less secretive, less subtle.
Now, Andrew, I'm going to put this out here and just follow along with me here. I think, and this just might be a thought, that we are not as subtle as we like to think that we are.
How could you possibly think?
I know, it's just a feeling that I have. So maybe we don't throw, what was his name again?
You're such good friends with him, you remember his name?
I have pet names for him. So, you know, like
It's a-
Inquisi and Cool Hat.
Inquisitor Atris.
Yes, of course. Now, Atris...
We have very similar voices.
Yes.
I feel like he dubbed his voice onto
Yeah, I
you.
feel like that's probably what it was. He wants us to feel like he's with us the whole time.
Exactly.
Wow, that's
so,
amazing.
So you're saying we should maybe not throw him under the bus?
Probably not. Look, this is our first outing with the whole requisiting some armor, so let's show him what we can do, right? I mean, I feel like we can probably do this ourselves. So I think with this console, I guess we're supposed to... It's kind of like it's like those social apps, but like you send like a nice message to the marketers out in these passing by ships, and then if you put enough of a good word in, they'll send you something back, right? Isn't that how that works?
I mean, obviously.
I mean, that's an oversimplification, but this will work for you folks, and then we will send agents out to get these things ready for you.
we have agents.
Oh, man.
Well,
that's
no, the Inquisition has agents.
I mean, it's okay. We'll take a win in that column. All right, so I guess I'll try first. So I'm going off of my influence, right?
Yes.
All right, so my influence, I feel like, is hovering somewhere around a 34 if I had to put it on that same scale as our Inquisitor. So here we go.
And what are you trying to...
I'm looking at this list here. I think I'm going to go for the flat coat. Let's see if this works. So,
All right, it is average, so it's just a basic roll.
I'm going to be honest. I had a little bit extra to drink last night, Daniel, and I might have typed up something a little bit offensive. Let's just put it in terms that I might have rolled like a 93. So I sent the message out already, so I don't know what our agents are going to do with that, but if they could smooth things over, that would be really cool.
All right, well, you'll probably not be able to get a hold of this now, but we'll...
It feels like that's right.
Yes.
Well, let's see. I mean, like, I definitely had as much to drink, but everybody knows that I'm the smooth talker.
That's true.
So we're going to go for it. I mean, like, I am feeling schmoozy like crazy.
What is schmoozy?
Schmoozy...
Oh, I'll put that into your programming, Daniel. We'll watch some movies later.
Oh, okay.
but
Schmoozy movies.
I rolled a 9. Is that good enough?
Oh, excellent, yes. Well, it looks like we actually have one of these laying around right here for you.
Oh, it's a good thing
What?
I have it.
God damn it. Okay. I guess I should check the room first before I start messaging terrible profanities to these people.
You just need to drink a lot. I mean, you drink way too much, man.
Yeah, I gotta pull back on that a little bit.
Like one of those ales.
All right, well, I'm gonna drink a little water before we leave the ship, but, well, at least one of us, it's okay. I'm just gonna put you in front of me for any times that we are dealing with anything dangerous.
I mean, I don't agree with that.
Daniel, how close are we, and should we board one of these shuttles?
As we've done before, that's a relatively boring sort of thing to
True,
do.
so let me turn you off before we make landfall. Goodbye! Come back and pick us up later. Alright. So Daniel, what do we see now that we've made landfall?
Well, I don't know where you were waving at that ship, because we've walked for a little while. I mean...
Well, I like to wave at every ship that goes by. Doesn't everybody do that?
Yeah.
I should keep our position more secret, probably. That makes sense.
I mean, we landed on the planet a little while ago, and we've been traveling overland towards the entrance to Phandalin.
That's true. Sometimes I forget things. Again, I'm coming out of a lot of drinking. Anyways.
This place is way, way cooler than I thought it was going to be.
Those statues are bananas, right?
They're really nice.
Like, holy crap, did you look at the floor? It's all just destroyed statues.
This is
like,
so cool.
What is going on?
Look, I feel like an ancient Roman emperor. Check me out, guys. Dota et tu, Brute.
You have extremely specific knowledge about very ancient history.
Only from like anywhere between like the early thousands and no thousands to the 2000s. It's and then just a whole lot of blankness until like right around now.
Excellent. Anyway, we are now in a ruined, I think this was someone's mansion at one point. The fact that it was a mansion is the reason why you could tell that anything's still here, because mostly there's just like there's an arch over there, a doorway, and like a destroyed wall. It's pretty much just brown rubble all over the place.
Yeah, wow.
Not enough statues, I mean...
Daniel, can I make a little bit of a perception of the area to see if I notice anything strange about this mansion?
That seems like a very good idea.
All right. 73. I've got horrible statue dust in my eyes.
I'm telling you, like, you get over that one drink and then, like, it's just, like, nothing but
I'm going to shake
downhill.
this off, I promise.
I don't need to speak out of turn. I'm only a servo skull, but seriously?
Yeah.
Why are you hung over right now?
Yeah, I know. I know we were told like many days ago that there was going to be a mission coming up, and I just, I'm going to be honest, it slipped my mind. Oh, boy. All right, well, Andrew, what about yourself? Maybe take those goggles off and maybe do a nice look around?
The goggles look so cool.
They do look really cool.
But I can't see anything, I guess. I don't think with a 91 I can see... maybe I should have had the goggles on, actually.
Maybe they were helping.
Focused my vision.
You know, I got all that statue dust in my eye. Maybe the goggles are actually keeping it out.
Well, I guess...
we don't see anything.
I guess we didn't notice anything in particular. Oh my goodness. What is that?
What do you see, Daniel?
It's a red painted, like, statue. That wasn't made by humans. Do you know anything about orc religion or anything?
You know, I've heard this really, really weird thing. It was something along the line of red goes faster.
Red goes faster?
There's like a little sign here that just says Gork? What is Gork?
I think that was a character on
Hold on.
TV show.
I
What?
think I know what this is. You know, I thought I knew what this was.
You thought you knew what it was?
But
Then it just slipped your mind.
I definitely don't know it. I was like, I just wanted to look cool.
We are really good at fact-finding missions. Daniel, is there any way you could run like some type of imperial search in your circuitry to give us a little bit more insight into what a gork is?
I don't really... Did you hear that?
Oh, God!
What was that?
I think it's those.
Oh my God!
Standing at the top of a ruined staircase are two massive green figures with giant choppas in their hands.
Oh my God!
That weapon can only ever be called a choppa.
I have no idea what that means, but that's probably bad. I'm just guessing straight off the top of my head something called a choppa and being that big. It's really, really
They
bad.
are misshapen orc boys.
Oh God!
You did not put get to the choppa in his database, did you?
No, I should have. You know what? Hold on. All right, Daniel. Now's the moment. Use that loud hailer and say what you were programmed to say.
Get to the chopper!
Yes!
Yes!
Let's do this shit!
We don't want those things to get to us. They'll hack you into pieces.
Oh, no. I'm going to shoot at it from a distance. Now, based on what we think by its size, should we run from these things, or do you think we can take them out?
One of these things would probably be, if you were going off of challenge ratings and whatnot, about one of these would be about as difficult as that weird mutant that you ran into.
We can take them.
That's a lot of optimism. Well, you've got more armor than I do, so you know what? You can have at them. I might stay back with this sniper rifle and shoot at them from here.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Daniel, what do you think? Is this a good idea or a bad idea?
We'll see how it goes. Why am I afraid? I'm not programmed to have fear.
I'm sorry, I was tweaking with too many of your circuitries, Daniel.
Oh, dear.
You're starting to take on humanity qualities.
All right, it's time for the business.
All right. Nice shotgun, by the way. Okay, so you run up to them and shoot them in the face with that shotgun, and I'm going to shoot with them with this sniper rifle. These plans are good. We are good at making plans.
Yeah.
Well, they're about 25 meters away.
Okay, do we roll for initiative, Daniel?
I think that's what we would do.
All right, that's a 9 for my initiative.
And you?
4.
Oh, boy. All right. 25 meters, that is pretty darn close, Daniel.
Yeah, if you had maybe been more perceptive, you might have noticed them before they got so close.
That sounds right.
All right, Jay, you got the drop on them, but then the two of them are going to go before Andrew can do anything.
Okay, I got my sniper rifle here. They're about 25 meters, which means I'm probably not going to get more than maybe one round off before something happens, so...
Just kill one of them, goddammit.
All right, I'm going to take aim, and I'm going to fire with this sniper rifle. So, as a half aim, that's a plus 10, and I believe as an accurate, it's another plus 10.
That is correct.
And because I'm taking a standard shot, it's another plus 10?
Yes.
Awesome, plus 30. Let's do this. We've got a ballistic skill of 42. 72, baby! No!
Jay, you didn't do it again,
That's
did
an
you?
88.
Well, at least your gun didn't jam.
That's an optimistic. Thank you, Daniel.
God damn it, Jay. I told you to train with that damn thing.
I know.
All right, they are charging forward, and they are using their ability to be incredibly good at charging with their brutal charge 2 trait, and they've both run 20 meters towards you.
Ah, they're really close.
Oh, God, they're way faster than I thought they were.
They're so intimidating.
I gotta say, I'm way less scared of them now.
You got this, Andrew.
I mean, you should keep in mind that most of the orcs on this planet have been beaten pretty badly, and usually they try to run away from humans.
I feel like
Except they saw us and we're like, we can take these two idiots.
I feel like, yeah, now, like, they've lost their voices at this point, probably from screaming too much.
Probably.
All right, well, I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna try and shoot this guy in the face plate.
The face pate?
The face plate.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's not the plate.
I was
it's
hoping
the
you weren't
pate.
shooting for the plate, but the pate, go for it.
I'm gonna move up
What?
and take cover
Okay.
and then shoot one at point blank range.
What are you taking cover behind?
The piece of statue, obviously.
All right, behind one of their statues. Okay.
And I believe because I'm using scatter that I have a plus 20 because I'm at point blank range.
Yes.
And I have a plus 10 because I'm shooting.
You can do this, I believe in you.
That is a 32. So that
Nice.
is 3 degrees of success.
Well, it's going to try to dodge as it runs forward. It fails. It is not particularly agile.
So here we go with the damage. Right in his... Oh, and it was a 32, so it is hitting him, in fact, in his left arm. And I got a 14 impact damage.
You hit him pretty hard. He clutches his arm for a second. Actually, it doesn't even really break his stride. His arm is bleeding, but he just keeps running forward.
Oh, this is good. This is going to be really good.
I suddenly regret doing this.
All right, so I'm not playing games anymore with the sniper rifle, so I drop the sniper and I pull out my, with my quick draw, I'm going to pull out my hand flamer and try to flame these dudes. I'm going to move to cover.
Yeah, be aware that Andrew is right there. You don't want to hit him.
Is there a way that I can sidestep
Yes,
and get behind cover so that I'm shooting at them from a different angle so the edge of the flame just catches? Because they're still 2 meters in front of him.
Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
That's totally fine.
So I'm going to move to take cover on the side, so I'm just getting it at an angle, and fire my hand flamer so I catch them with the stream right in front of your face. Sorry, Andrew. That might singe your facial hairs a little bit. And just melt them.
First, you need to roll your damage to see
That's
if
right.
it jams.
It's not going to jam. It's not going to jam. 7 plus.
So it doesn't jam.
So it doesn't jam, but it's going to be 11 damage.
All right. The first orc, the one that's already been hit in the shoulder, is going to try to avoid. It rolled an 8. It does.
Damn. So it doesn't get set on fire.
It does not get set on fire.
Does it take any of the damage?
No, it dodges the spray completely. Yes.
Damn.
Meanwhile, the other one, not so lucky. That's a 75.
Woo! Burn!
So apparently the first one dropped and the second one didn't see it coming.
So how much damage was that again?
11. And then do I roll for the flame?
Well, first it's going to see if it could keep itself from being caught on fire. It does not.
Ooh, all right, and it's a D5.
It's 1d10 energy damage.
Oh, God, awesome. All right, so let's see how much damage I burn on this sucker. It was almost an 8. It's a 2.
Almost an 8 is not an 8.
True, very true.
And he is on fire.
Which one did we hit that he hit with a shotgun? Was that the first one that dodged mine or the second?
The one who dodged is the one that was shot in the shoulder.
Okay, well, at least we divvied it up.
Yeah.
Yay.
The one that was shot in the shoulder, it's going to continue its charge towards you, and because it has crushing charge, it'll do +2 damage on its charge attack.
Oh, man. Who's he charging? A statue that he mistakens for us?
Well, here's the thing. You're specifically... You don't know who I'm pointing at, audience.
It's okay. Daniel the Servo Skull sometimes points with one of his tendrils.
Yes.
I, Andrew, took cover behind one of their statues.
Yeah, Andrew's behind one of their statues, whereas Jay is not behind one of their actual statues.
That's true. I'm just behind some kind of stone column. I don't know what this thing is. It looks nice, though, or it was nice, probably. I should stop talking.
They don't really want to knock down their religious iconography, so they're going to attack you.
Ah, man.
Jay, I'm sorry.
All right, because they are charging, it is just enough to hit you.
Oh.
You might want to try to dodge.
Oh, I'm going to try to dodge this. Just barely missed it. Because it's just a normal dodge, right?
It's just a normal dodge. You didn't succeed
No
by that
advantage
much.
because I'm in cover?
It's going to depend on what is actually hit by him.
Oh, okay.
He's hitting your body. So,
Part of my body's behind the cover.
yes, I'm going to say that he smashes through the column.
Makes sense.
The column is now no longer there, but it's going to prevent the first 3 damage to you.
Fair enough.
So,
Thanks, Colin, for taking that damage for me. Ugh.
You take 16 damage.
Andrew, I just took 16 damage. Wait, is it 16 minus 3? I want to do a xenology check on this column. It looks like a really nice column.
You know what? It's a nicer column. It
Thank you, Servo Skull.
prevents 6 damage from you, so
So instead I took 13?
yeah.
Okay.
The orc thought he was going to smash through it, but it ended up being a particularly sturdy column. I mean, if it's still up after all this time, it's...
I'm still at 4 wounds. It's just not as bad as 1.
the orc halfway admired the column while smashing through it. You'll be
It
fine.
really feels like he admired it.
Meanwhile, the other orc yells,
Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm still on fire.
He's literally on fire.
roll the fire damage again.
Here we go. Oh, that's a 10.
That's not technically blessed by the Emperor because
Yeah,
it's
it
just
doesn't
random fire.
explode.
But,
He takes 10 damage without any toughness or armor preventing it.
well, he would have 9 critical wounds to his body now, but because orcs are so damn tough, he only has 7 to his body, but that might be enough.
Ooh,
Oh, critical table.
7 flame damage.
Energy critical to body, 7. The intense power of the energy attack cooks the target's organs, burning his lungs and heart with intense heat. The target is stunned for 2d10 rounds, and his toughness characteristic is permanently reduced by 1d10.
Wow.
Whoa.
Can I roll for how many rounds he's stunned, or do you want to roll?
Go for it.
2. So 5 rounds.
Orcs can try to resist being stunned at all times, but he does not resist it because he's totally messed up.
And wait, let me see. What was it? His characteristic to his toughness? It's a D10?
A d10, yes.
Oh, man. Oh, take a -8, you dick.
All right. He is now
Negative.
still on fire, and his organs are burning on the inside and he can't breathe. He's
Wow.
probably going to be dead next round.
So
Yay.
it turns out that flamethrowers are dangerous, kids.
At least I did something.
It hurts so bad.
Fuck you.
As I'm admiring the statue, I'm like, this is a nice statue. I'm going to whip out my shock baton and nail that orc right in the back of the head.
Yeah.
That's
All
going
right.
after Jay.
Do that, please.
And I can bring out my shock maul for free because I have quick draw, and it is a one-handed weapon.
Hey, kids, get quick draw.
So then I'm just going to move and then whack him in the back of the head.
Sounds good.
For a +10. So I need to roll below a 49. That is a 91.
Okay, that's not where you hit the column next to me,
Ha!
Andrew. He's right in front of me, not that column.
It's just too nice. It needs to be rebuilt and
You should have
carved.
smashed the statue and pissed him off.
That what? No, that sounds like you'd want to come for me then.
Yeah, probably.
All right, Jay, what do? There's an angry orc in front of you, and there's another orc on the ground burning to death.
If I full out run, he'll actually, I think, have a better chance of hitting me because I can't evade. So running and
true.
shooting is kind of my thing. I probably should have done that last time. That
Hindsight
was
is 20/20. That's
hindsight
what
is
the Emperor
20/20.
says.
Well, I don't really have any melee weapons, but I do have this handy-dandy auto pistol. I don't want to use my flamer again because I might burn you in the process. 'Cause
Jay,
you're right behind him.
just shoot him with your Uzi, man.
What about a frag grenade? Nah, probably not a good idea. Let's do the Uzi. So I pull out with my quick draw. I holster my hand flamer and whip out my auto pistol, and I can't move away because then he'll get a free attack on me, right?
That is correct.
So I'm just going to literally have to try to weather the storm here. Daniel, in your combat documents that you have in your brain, is there anything that might benefit me as a way of to tumble or backflip out of here or something like that?
You could try to disengage, but then you would not be able to shoot.
You know what? That might be the best play here because I am about to die, guys. So I am going to use a full round action and I'm going to disengage. And I'm going to get the hell out of here. So actually, let me check to see if that actually lets me do...
Clutching your chest.
That actually lets me do my move and shoot. It says once per round after performing a move action.
Oh, it is a move action, so yeah.
Yes!
And you get to make a half move.
I'm going to disengage, move 3 meters back. I'm going to back up against this other column because they've been servicing me so well, and whip out my auto pistol, put it right in his face, and try to do a full auto. So it's -10?
Try not to hit Andrew. Yes.
Wait, what happens if I roll really bad? I might hit him?
There's always a risk.
Here we go. So I disengage, but as a Desperado, I get a free action to fire with one of my pistols, so I'm going to do a full auto. So my ballistic skill is normally 42. Now I need a 32 or below.
Below her.
And in Jay fashion,
Jesus.
he fails miserably.
That's a 92.
Well, good news, Andrew. He was so bad at shooting, he didn't hit anything.
Oh,
Wait, do I hit like nearby statues?
buddy.
Oh, yeah, good point. He hit plenty of things, just not anything he was aiming
He
at.
demolished that column that we're fighting near. I mean, that column is just taking all the punishment.
It's like in one of those cartoons where everyone's like, and they all duck, and the person just fires everywhere but the actual people.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm so good at shooting you guys.
This is like Stormtrooper level accuracy.
Yeah, I'm really good.
Well, he is not going to run after you because all you do is miss, apparently.
Apparently, I'm not worthy of his...
You've never hit him yet.
No,
He's
I
not on
haven't.
fire.
with a sniper rifle and at point-blank range with a machine gun.
But instead, he is going to chop against you.
Oh, God, this was a terrible choice.
He rolled a 99.
What? Whoa! Oh, can I cook that guy on the ground, by the way?
Oh, yeah, he's going to be dead right now.
That's a 4.
Okay, so he's dead. The target is completely encased in fire, melting his skin and bursting his eyes like superheated eggs. He falls to the ground a lifeless corpse, blackened and charred with horrid burns.
Daniel,
Wow.
I'm glad we upgraded your descriptions. Those are some top-notch descriptions.
That is vivid stuff. I mean, we know the Inquisitor's going to love that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I'm hurting. Please kill this idiot.
So I'm going to try and whack it with my shock maul again.
That makes sense.
That's the only thing I have out. And I'm just a natural of +10. So.
Oh, wait, you can do all out now that you don't have to move.
Oh, that's true. I'm going to do all out.
All right.
Since I am like panicking like crazy because I've got this orc that's literally like 3 times my size.
Yeah.
I'm just just trying to bring the thing down. And I scored a 28, which means if it's a +30, that is 4 degrees of success.
All right, it's going to try to parry. It's probably not going to succeed. It rolled a 73.
Awesome.
Mess it up, please.
So this is 1d10 +3. I rolled a crit.
He
Roll it
exploded
again.
it.
And that's a 7, so that's 20 impact damage.
So what part of him?
I hit him in the right leg.
All right, that is less armored. Okay, so let's check the table.
Oh, man.
Oh!
Shock maul to the right leg.
And he also has to test for shocking as well.
Well, we'll see if he does. Maybe a skeleton has to.
The force of the attack rips the lower half of the leg away in a stream of blood.
Oh my god!
The target must immediately make a challenging toughness test or die from shock.
Get it from shock?
It rolled a 98.
Oh shit!
That thing is so dead.
I just took the goddamn thing's leg off.
It's so shocked that you did that to a massive green monster that it died from shock.
It did a Hollywood triple take where it looked at its leg, then me, then the leg, then me, and then it died from shock.
It died from dishonor. These idiots killed me.
And I was equally looking at my maul and it's surprised as well.
Daniel, what does its final moments look like?
That was my recording of it dying.
Yeah, that was a That was a good recording. We're gonna keep that. We should play that back for the other acolytes when we go back to the ship.
I almost want to put that audio file like in the mall so I can hit people and it plays that.
Whoa, that would be awesome.
We'll need to do some modifications to the mall later. If you'd like to do that.
Excellent.
I like your thinking, Andrew. All right, well, this turned out, by the way, terribly. My chest is in horrible pain.
At least you haven't taken any critical damage.
That's true.
Jay,
Thanks
I mean,
for the upsides,
how
Daniel.
did you get hit in the same exact spot?
I don't know.
Know what it was? It was because you put that stupid Inquisitor pin.
What?
It made it a target.
Oh, but it looked so cool.
Hey, we learned last time, like, you believe things and they happen, and that is your fault.
Okay, fine. I'll hide it under my robes. Yeah,
There's not really much of the pin left. It's mostly been chopped.
Yeah, I did get chopped.
You got to the chopper. You did, in fact, exactly as you instructed Daniel to say.
Yeah, I said get to the chopper. I did not really see that coming.
You're the one who programmed me to say it.
I did. Damn it. Okay, we'll have to work on better Arnold. Did Arnold Schwarzenegger ever say you're healed now forever? Did he ever say that?
I don't think so.
Probably not, right? That doesn't sound like him. So, what do we have around here? Is there anything else we can surmise from their bodies?
No, they've got a bunch of like masonry tools to build statues and stuff.
Wait, did we just kill 2 artists? Two working artists?
Let's be clear here. They smell terrible.
Yeah, but now I feel worse that we killed 2 artists. I thought we killed 2 warrior, accomplished barbarian badasses.
I think they're both.
Oh.
The orcs on this planet are obsessed with art and making statues.
Right, okay, so we can say when we get back to the ship and we talk to the guys, we can say we killed some warriors, barbarian warrior orcs.
That's what they were, obviously.
Absolutely. We just won't mention the part that they might also be artists.
Just let's remember, me going next to their sculpture, super smart.
That was really smart. I probably should have done that.
Not that beautiful column that everybody destroyed.
When I breathe, it makes a weird whistling noise.
Besides that, well, there's only really one you could check. The other one is just kind of burnt to a crisp. But the one that isn't like a cinder looks like some fetishes to their gods. And the big choppa, and it was wearing scraps of flak armor. But I don't know if any of that would actually be useful to you at this point.
I mean, is there any way I could maybe we could mend a little bit? I could use the last clip here for my hand flamer to maybe superheat it, and then you could use your arms robotic style and piece them together.
Honestly, it looks like this shouldn't even be working as armor. It doesn't even make sense that this was protecting him as much as it was.
Oh, there's no way this race could psychically make things work. That would be crazy, right?
Wait, I think maybe I've heard about something like this.
Wait, really?
No, it's definitely another one of those brain fart
It's weird
moments.
how you have these moments of almost an epiphany and then you forget.
I mean, I it's just probably because I'm not in that library. I act like I know stuff all the time.
I feel like we know a lot more about stuff when we're in the Brown Library. Maybe it's the environment.
Perhaps dark xenotechnology and rituals have boosted your intellect when you're inside the library.
That makes sense, right? I mean, it's a place of all-knowing of everything.
I mean, yeah, we'll just go with that.
So, I mean, you really don't think, Daniel, that there's any way I could superheat these to maybe give myself a little bit of a benefit? Even if I just put it over my chest.
Not really, no. I'm sorry to say no. I like to say yes to my
It's okay.
acolytes.
You're right. Most of these are...
Wait,
what?
What?
You're my acolytes. I like to think of you as my
that
acolytes.
Makes sense, yeah. We like to think of you as our servo skull, Daniel.
Yeah, exactly. We're a team.
We are a team. All right, well... If our good buddy here, Daniel, says that we can melt these flak pieces together, which I guess when I really think about it, putting melted metal to my chest
I was
might
just
not be the
going to
best.
say, superheated metal on your skin is probably a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm having one of those days.
Do you know what killed the dinosaurs?
What was it?
Ice.
Yeah, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger, baby.
I'll be honest with you, I have no idea who you're talking about.
I've got these old DVD logs I can show you are on the ship.
What is a DVD?
You don't... Oh, man, we had so many things to talk about. But anyways...
Well, the reason we stopped here is because, according to my map, the entrance to the city should be somewhere around here.
Makes sense.
Inside of a mansion? That's kind of weird.
The city was founded after the war. It's a relatively new... it's not really a city. It's mostly just just a town. I believe it was founded by sculptors like McElroy looking for new sorts of stone to do work with.
Oh, weird. I guess we should look for the entrance then.
Yeah, probably.
Secret passages.
You know what? Last time I took a pretty awesome axe, it worked out pretty well. So I think I might try to take this choppa. Can I carry this, Daniel? How much does a choppa weigh?
12 kilograms.
Yeah, that sounds more like it. I can still hold this up with all my other weight, but I am terrible at fighting.
I mean, take it with you, because obviously the last one opened a window for us to escape. I mean, I feel like large melee weapons, as long as you carry them, are good for throwing.
Yeah,
So
clearly.
they can get away.
I've got a gift for throwing large melee weapons. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to this huge choppa. Just let me put this on my back.
I mean, I actually threw it, but I mean...
Yeah, it was still my giant chain axe that I
feel
found.
like it's time to be perceptive.
Okay.
All right.
Let's take a look around. Nope, I do not see anything. I believe a 65 is pretty bad.
I definitely noticed things.
What's your perception?
Not good enough.
All right.
I think he was being facetious.
I was being a little I totally see these, like, columns and the statue.
Yeah, do you think the statues have anything to do with this city?
So you're looking at what you think is a statue for just a moment, and then the statue starts to move because it is one of the Ivory Order. They're wearing white ivory masks where you can only really see their eyes sticking out, and a sort of muffled voice underneath the ivory says, "Who are you?"
Whoa.
Whoa, I thought you were a statue.
Dude, that statue just talked.
Wait, were you there the whole time when we were fighting those orcs?
No, I just got here.
Oh.
You're just not very perceptive.
Clearly not. Sorry, it's
I'm the most
the robes.
perceptive.
Gentlemen, I think the area is clear. He raises his hand, and 4 more of these ivory-masked men appear.
Do they look like they're wearing, like, military-style outfits, or, like, how would you describe
They have
them?
Imperial Guard flak armor.
Okay.
And what kind of weapons do they have?
They have las pistols in one hand and elaborate silver shields in the other hand.
Whoa, hey, nice outfits you got there with the mask. Is that? I mean, it's a little warm out here. I feel like you get sweaty under there.
There are things in here that let us see better in the dark, and it's sort of a... Look,
I should totally have that in these goggles. I don't know why I'm
We
wearing
really need to
them.
get better stuff for our face.
what are you doing here?
Well,
We like artists.
Yeah, we like artists. Real quick, everyone, huddle up. Daniel, Andrew, listen. We should be not telling these guys. We don't think they're with the Inquisitor, right? Because I know the Inquisitor, he said he sent out other acolytes. We don't think these guys are acolytes, right?
He did mention something about, like, there being, like, militia groups that occasionally do, like, raids on the surface and
That's
stuff.
true. Do we think this is probably one of those militia groups? Daniel?
I mean, if you'd read the briefing and the travel over, you would know that the Ivory Order Tunnelmen are the planetary defense force on this planet.
Oh, yeah, God.
Right. I mean, I totally knew that.
I gotta start reading more of that literature that he keeps giving us. Okay, so
Read more, drink less.
So let's not say that we're with the Inquisition, right? We shouldn't say that.
No, we should just say we're looking for that guy. What's his name again?
You don't remember his name?
It's McElroy.
Oh, right. I knew that.
Clinton McElroy.
Clinton I just said it. That's his name.
All right. So, our ivory-faced men, friends.
I mean, we're not all men. Yeah, we're not all men.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I said. It's just, like the royal men.
It's like
Damn
a
it.
general term, meaning a trooper, something like that.
We're foreign. We're not from this planet, if you can tell.
So you're spies?
No. We're here on it's a kind of like an art trip. What would you call, like an art hop? Or
yeah, you go planet to planet.
Yeah.
You look at, like, you collect art and essentially, like...
You realize that you're really far away from any of the cities, right?
Oh, we know. I mean, we have got to get the travel guide who dropped us off here. Look, he was a guy we met in a town, and it was like, look, I can take you to the best spots, and like we paid ahead of time, which was really stupid. But now we're here.
Where are you trying to go, even?
Well, we heard there's this amazing artist that we came here to check out. His name's was it on the brochure?
It was Clinton something.
Clinton McElroy, I believe it was.
They pause and start to look at each other. You can't really read the expressions on their face due to the masks, but they're looking at each other.
Daniel, I'd like to make a...
I believe you're thinking of scrutiny?
Yes, but I don't have anything in there, so... God, I should have gotten scrutiny. I'm going to try to scrutiny without an advantage, or normal, so that means I'm at a 21. That was 26! My good rolls are only when I'm just doing terrible things.
I will also try and see if I know if what I said totally threw them off or something. No, I have no idea. Those masks, they're, like, really covering.
Yeah, if they didn't have the masks, you might be able to read their expressions better.
So, yeah, Clinton McElroy. Just wanna.
Is that
see-
like a hot word? Like
Yeah.
everyone wants to see him or something?
I mean, he's one of the greatest sculptors to ever live.
Oh, then we're on the right track. You know, maybe we shouldn't leave such
Maybe
terrible stars on.
you can take him to us.
Yeah.
Take us to him.
Yep,
I mean,
yeah.
That is.
We had a bunch of margaritas on the way over.
He may not be able to meet with you, but I suppose we shouldn't let them die out here, should we?
I mean, I don't want to be out here with more of those things. I mean, they almost killed you.
Those things almost killed me. Me, an artist lover.
All right, we'll bring you to Phandalin, but if McElroy doesn't have time to see you, we may have to tell you to be on your way. Phandalin is not really letting in too many outsiders these days.
I mean, hey, with such good art, I mean, I can totally understand.
Exclusivity. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be great. But we agree to whatever terms you see fit.
Oh, okay. They seem to, even with you not rolling, they seem to be relatively unsettled with the idea of bringing in outsiders to their town.
Look. I know we came here. We've run into you in such a strange way, and obviously with these dead orcs, I'm gonna roll a charm.
That seems like a good decision.
Is this just a regular, or do you think it might be easier?
I don't think this is particularly easy.
Don't think it is.
You know, I'll give you plus 10 because you killed some orcs.
Oh, okay.
They really don't like orcs.
Okay, cool. And that would mean nope, I still didn't get it.
Oh, no,
All
you know.
I just missed it by 2. I rolled a 48, and I needed a
Missed it by
46.
that much.
Consistently. Look, I know you found us in this weird situation with these orcs and stuff, but we did knock them out, and hey, 2 less weird orky creatures. And by the way, their architecture, look
Look at this terrible sculpture.
Look at this sculpture. It's pretty bad.
Oh, it's one of their sculptures. Boys, they just run over and just start kicking it and whacking it with their shields until it's completely destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That is what you do to garbage.
Yeah, that's a garbage sculpture.
Yes.
So I think we're cool now. Yeah.
Yes, it's nothing compared to the beauty that McElroy can make.
That's
I
what
believe
we're
it.
here to see.
Wow, can't wait. All right, well, I mean, take us to your city.
All right, here's the thing. Outsiders are not allowed to carry weapons into the city.
Oh, okay.
If maybe you had been more charming, I would have let you bring your weapons in.
Right. Interesting choice of words, but I get it.
We will, of course, hold on to your weapons. We'll set that into the defense post in the town, and when it's time for you to leave, we will return your weapons to you.
All right, here's my shotgun
Yep.
and my maul.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, this is my favorite hand flamer, so if you could keep it close to you, thank you very much. And all I've got is my power drill that I keep on my back, and nothing else, really.
All right, so this is the time where you're going to need to make some checks to hide your stuff.
Because I saw that orc got cooked, so I have to imagine they know.
Didn't mention giving them your giant sniper rifle that you have.
Oh, right. I think I won't be able to get away with that. I forgot I had that on me.
But I'm under the, I have the hand cannon hidden under my robes.
All right.
Is the idea.
So you're going to need to make a stealth check to try and hide that. How big is the hand cannon?
It's just like a large pistol.
It's a large pistol? All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you, because you have your robes and because you said you already were surrendering your weapons.
Yes.
Do you have stealth as a skill?
I don't think either of us have stealth.
I have finesse.
It's not the same.
Not even close
Wink.
to the same. I'll give you plus 20.
Okay.
So it's just a flat roll.
It'll just be a flat roll, yes.
Okay.
So you may not be successful, but...
Oh, shit! I actually did something! I got an 18!
I rolled a 77, so...
Okay, so that's not as good.
So all your guns just fall out of...
I go, yes, and I put my hands on my hip, and a giant hand cannon falls through my pants onto the floor. Oh, yes, there's that one as well. I forgot. I never used that one, so I just forget it's there.
Thank you.
And I got an 18 out of 42.
So you're going to have to give up your sniper rifle,
Yeah.
obviously, and
you know what?
your flamer.
I completely forgot about this. I'm so sorry. So I hand over my sniper rifle and my flamer, but I have my auto pistol and my tiny single frag grenade still in my back pocket.
I'll let you keep those. Those are hidden.
Yeah, I mean, I totally take that sniper rifle.
And I
He
mean,
sucks
and
with
by
it anyway.
I'll let you keep those, I mean something in fiction.
Daniel, you know you can't take my weapons from me, right? We told you you don't have arms to be able to grab
You're
things.
right.
But anyways, and remember, we're keeping this all to ourselves. I've totally given them all my weapons. We're totally fine.
I mean, you can just keep that sniper rifle. He's terrible with it anyway.
What? That's not very nice. I shot a psychic person in the face with it once.
Yeah, but he became a demon.
Anyways, so...
You're very well armed for tourists.
Well, did you see what we ran into? We gotta bring weaponry to deal with terrible artists.
Listen, while artist hunting, we've gone to some crazy hive cities, and there are some shady fellows.
All right, well, let's head to Phandalin and you can tell me all about it.
Let's do it. All right, Daniel, I'm gonna switch you off here to save some battery power.
Alrighty.
Thanks for listening to this grim, dark tale. Tune in next week for the exciting conclusion. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as Game Master. If you'd like to download more episodes of Roll to Seize or check out other similar podcasts, head over to partialarc.com. That's arc with a C. You can email these morons any questions at rolltoseize@gmail.com, or you can always follow them on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to leave a rating and review on iTunes. It pisses off the Catan, so that's pretty funny. Goodbye.